Hey, what's up? It's another episode of Watch Your Strappin', and these are not watch reviews. They're just quick wristwatch check of the day with some aftermarket strap of my choice of the day, just to show off the pairing, have a little fun, give some people some ideas about what they can pair a particular watch with, either the same one or something perhaps similar. This is the Seiko SBEC005. Very cool, limited edition. It was, I believe, a 50th anniversary piece, and really like the this unique um, panda dial. It's got like this. It's not white and black, but it is this nice brushed silver dial. The textures are coming through on that. Trying to angle it so maybe you might see that better. But yeah, it's got a bit of asymmetry to it, but yet I don't know. I don't think it looks unbalanced at all. I don't know. Super cool. And though the specs show it to be thick, and if you look at directly, sometimes on the side it may seem that, but for the most part, I think proportionally, I'm trying to get a further away shot here. On wrist, it's actually wears quite good and comfortably, and the lug to lug isn't all that long, and there ain't much of a wrist gap. And my wrist is about 7 inches circumference, so this just gives you an idea of the scale of this watch on wrist. And yeah, anyways, this is a I forget, I got this a while ago. I guess it's a sand or beige. I believe it was called sand colored suede leather strap, perforated, just give it that kind of sporty rally look. And I'm pretty sure this is from Cheapest NATO Straps. Sometimes I give their leather straps a try. It's kind of hit or miss. Some of them do feel a bit on the cheap side, to be honest. Some of them feel a little bit better, not as bad, but it really depends. So, but you know, the prices that you can get them for, it's kind of worth just giving it a go. And if it doesn't work out, or it's not what you expected, you wouldn't be out all that much money anyways. But generally, I'm reasonably satisfied with it for the amount that they cost. So yeah, I don't think I've ever paired this watch with this. I was looking through my photos, and yeah, I figured why not. It stopped raining for it's been a wet week at work, and I probably wouldn't wear this anyways, but especially not on a leather strap, and even more especially since not wouldn't be on a leather suede strap for that matter. But since it's the weekend, what the heck. This has been out of rotation for a while. It's been due to be back, but I felt like there's some new incoming pieces that you may have seen that took up my time a bit more recently, and then there's some other ones that are sort of recent too that I just felt like I needed to give it another go at more sooner than later. And so yeah, this got kind of pushed back a little bit, but I'm so happy to have this finally back. I really enjoy this piece. It's yeah, this Seiko really does chronographs, the mechanical ones. It got plenty of quartz and solar quartz and mega quartz, of course. But I just cannot stand them. Mostly, it's not so I can't stand them, but I'm really turned off now by the useless 24-hour subdial that are in a lot of those chronographs. They just don't do anything for me, and knowing that you can't send them independently, and the fact that yeah, they just kind of wanted to fill in like a 3 register chronograph, 3 subdial chronograph. They wanted to fill out that one of them with some sort of complication, and they always decide to throw in a 24-hour one instead of having like, why don't you just keep a running seconds and a minute counter and an hour counter, as it should be. And yeah, so I've always considered those to be filler features. It's, I don't know, pretty useless. And so that's why when I see that on the dial and I know that it's pretty much useless for me, and they just couldn't decide, or just for some reason they just designed it with that 24-hour dial. It just doesn't work for me anymore. I've had a lot of mecha quartz before with that kind of complication in there, but I can't do it anymore. I'd rather, yeah, pass. There is one mecha quartz that doesn't have that. I forget the exact movement number, but usually when it has that, the dial configuration or the sub dials are usually at the 12, 9, and 6. Then you won't have that 24-hour sub dial. Otherwise, it may look like a 963 layout, but usually the crown will, the movement will be turned, so then that means the crown will be at the top, and usually those will be more of a bullhead style chronograph, which you don't see too often. So yeah, anyways, I guess back on this watch, really, this is not a mecha quartz. Obviously it says automatic, and yeah, I love the fact that there's no 24-hour dial, and we have a good silver sub dial. It's part of the main time. It's not part of the chronograph feature. So so all you need to see for chronograph when you're timing it is just going to be on the black sub dials. 60 minutes technically on the 9 o'clock, and how you read that is basically the large numbers, the first one, or the first 30 minutes. And then when it goes around again, you start timing the next 30 minutes, which would be 40, 50, and obviously 60. And you can keep track of that with the hour counter, because they have like half-hour increments. So you see the 12, if it moves over to the next tick, which is kind of a thin, small, thin one, that'll be the first 30 minutes. And then you know that as that minute counter is going around again, it's already on the smaller numbers, so it's going around like 35, 40, like that. And then when it hits the hour, then it's reset kind of, and you start counting down from 0, 10, 20, etc. Anyways, sorry about the shaky motion there over there moment, but I'll just get this again further off on wrist just to show you. Yeah, this can be a top heavy watch, admittedly, so my advice would be, if you get something like this, usually a chronograph will be thicker. Most automatic ones are these days, at least the ones that are remotely affordable. They will be on the thicker side for the most part if they have an automatic movement, and as such, you may want to consider just securing the watch a little bit more snug on the wrist than normal, so that it doesn't like flip-flop around. I think that will be very annoying, as well as uncomfortable, having that weight shift around on your wrist. If you secure it well, it feels pretty good, because it's not moving, and it's set in a good spot. And of course, provided you can do it without making it too tight for your wrist, I think that's the best way to go. Anyways, long one here, kind of, but that's the way it is. So thanks for watching, and I guess we'll see you again.